Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on polygons. Polygons are closed 2D shapes with 3 or more straight sides. Regular polygons have all their sides equal and all their angles equal. Irregular polygons have sides and angles that are not equal. So this video presents a little bit of revision from the previous video. Some of the work is the same, but it's very handy to have another look at it in a different perspective because, as I said, it's wonderful revision. Now here's an example of a regular polygon. It's called a hexagon because it has 6 sides where all the sides and angles are equal. That's why it's called regular. Here are 2 examples. We have 2 irregular hexagons. Their sides and angles are not equal. 3-sided polygons. The family of 3-sided polygons are called triangles. Triangles have 3 sides and 3 angles. The 3 angles add up to 180 degrees. We'll have another look at that later on. So there's one angle, another angle, another angle. When you add those up, they add up to 180. We'll look at that in more depth later. 4-sided polygons. The family of 4-sided polygons are many and varied. They are called quadrilaterals. The square is the simplest quadrilateral. The square has 4 equal angles and 4 equal sides. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All the sides are equal. All their angles are equal. In fact, they're all 90 degrees. The diagonals are equal and intersect each other at 90 degrees. So when you go from that corner to that corner, and from that corner to that corner, if you draw those lines, you'll have 2 diagonals. They're equal, and they meet here in the middle at 90 degrees. Here is a rectangle. The rectangle has 4 sides, and the opposite pairs of sides are equal and parallel. So that side and that side are equal and parallel to each other. That side and that side are equal and parallel to each other. All angles are 90 degrees, so you've got 4 angles that are 90, and the diagonals are equal. Now they don't intersect at 90 degrees, but they are equal in length. This quadrilateral is a rhombus. We can think of it as a square which has been pushed out of shape. The diagonals intersect at 90 degrees. So this is one of the figures we saw, or one of the shapes we saw in the last video. So if that corner is just pushed like that, it just goes and has a bit of a tilt. It looks like a square, only it's got a tilt. So the angles are not 90 degrees. The above quadrilateral is a parallelogram. We can think of it as a rectangle which has been pushed out of shape. The opposite sides are parallel and equal. So there it is again, pushed out of shape this way. Think of this rectangle here. See that shape there? Looks like a rectangle. Push that corner, and that's what you get. And it's called a parallelogram. The above quadrilateral is a kite. The 2 sides AD and DC are equal. So that side is equal to that side. And the 2 sides AB and BC are equal. So AB and BC are equal. This is an irregular quadrilateral. So that's a 4-sided figure where the sides and angles are not equal. The following polygons have 6 or more sides and they are all regular. Now you remember what that means? All the angles and sides are equal. Remember that all their sides and angles are equal. We can also have irregular shapes in each of them. The 5-sided figure, or polygon, is called a pentagon. The 6-sided polygon is called a hexagon. 7-sided is a heptagon. The 8-sided is an octagon. Now you might say, oh, why do we call it an octagon? Well, you think of an octopus. How many legs does an octopus have? So that's a clue. The 9-sided shape is a nonagon. The 10-sided shape is a decagon. Now, if you ask, why do we call it a decagon? Well, think about how many years in a decade, and that'll give you a clue. So it's 10-sided. This is a very rare one. You don't see this very often. It's an 11-sided shape, and it's called an undecagon. And we'll finish off with the 12-sided shape, and it's called a dodecagon. Now, they're just examples of polygons. They're regular, and some of them are quite unusual.